Ah! Oh no!
You know, in that man, I feel like hold it, hold it.
I'm thinking. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
This is a testimony.
Oh no!
Hello people, hello guys, welcome back. Yeah, it's Richard updates, guys. I'm inside the car. I just parked here in the parking space. There is mosquito this summer like this. Mosquito enter inside car because I open it down. Hello beautiful people, welcome back again. I'm in my little villa. I welcome you, my amazing and wonderful people at here. Wow, it's another day. Today we want to talk about a sad story. As you guys most of you may have seen the news trading on social media. We are talking about a Nollywood actress. In fact, she's one of my favorites. Yes, this Nollywood actress, because she's one of the old actresses, 95, 96, you know. This mosquito, me wanna take on a time. I know put the castle make on enter. I'll put the camera for they take fresh air. So guys, see how mosquito can distract somebody. So guys, like I was saying, this Nollywood actress, no other person but the Nollywood actress that we just lost some days ago is just a sad one. You know, nobody is praying for this type of, you know, death. Someone just slumped and died. I know most of you may have seen the news about it because it's trading on social media. She died, I think, on Sunday, the late hours or the midday of a Sunday. That is when it happens. According to the news that I read, that she traveled to Delta States, where she was invited by some oil company. Yes, by some oil company that they have some event, and even on Saturday she made a video when she arrived. Yes, she made a video where she was eating. In fact, when she was going at the airport at Ada Ameh, when she was going, she made a video was say, "Oh, worry, yeah, I come, worry, I don't they come more. And they come me to now my people." And when she arrived, she even made a video where she was eating with some friends or family members. Then on Sunday of it, we just heard that out of where she was with some group of people, not that she was alone or she slept. She never wake up. And my people, she slumped in the midst of people and she died. It's just a sad one. This woman, just last month here at Ada Ameh, because she has been passing through a lot of stress for some time. These are the genesis of all our problems, whereby, you know, someone will just say you will just lost 3 sisters, lost 3 brothers, and the twinkle of eye inside this, you are still there thinking you have not able to overcome all this thinking of, you know, losing all your siblings in a twinkle of eye like this. And the only daughter she had, she lost her only daughter, the girl, I think she was 31, and she lost the girl. That was the year 2020. It's not even up to 2 years, because that girl died, I think, October 2020. When we dey inside that coronavirus, you know, that October we just they come out from coronavirus problems small, but everywhere still there, you know, very tight, and laws and of coronavirus we're just holding everybody. When this woman lost her daughter, she cried it out. She even fainted, you know, having one child and lost that one child. at a age maybe you could not have children anymore, it's not really good. It's not something you wish anybody. That is how there is a parable in my place that said, one has one child. No one is praying for to have one child. It's just inside this wicked world we are. Some circumstances will just lead you to have one issue. Nobody, everybody really wants to have plenty children around them, but some situations will make people to have one child. There is this parable they used to say in my place that person when he gets only one picking be like who not gets picking. God forbid anything happens to that child, you are without children, you won't have any child anymore. So that is how they are making that parable, and that thing affected her. Yes, before her daughter died, she has been losing the members of her family, her siblings. You know, it's not really easy losing your siblings that you grow up with, and these people are not old people. You know, it can cause a lot of problem to someone's health, to someone's brain, because at times they say those who wears the shoes know how it hurts. Even me in that year 2020, I also lost my elder sister, so I know how it hurts. This elder sister of mine has been my mother right from child. Yes, right from child. Like you people who has been following me on this platform, you see, this is one of the reasons I was talking about polygamy. That issue did not really lead to polygamy, but I just, because she lost a child, because that's the same year, that 2020, I also lost my elder sister who has been a mother to me from child, because I grew up in a polygamous home where there is no mother. I was not having mother there. She was my mother. She was the one fighting for me. She was the one defending me. She was the one that would go and find food for me to eat. Because in a polygamy, the few time I stayed in my father's house as a child, I passed through her because I was not having a mother and I was a child. I was just of the age of like 5 years. Was I up to 5 years? Or 6, let's just say 5 to 6 years, because every trauma I passed through in that circle, that moment, I still have them in my head. So I will not say that I don't really know my age then, but I know that already I can remember things. In that season of 5 to 6 years, children, there are things 5 to 6, 7 years, children, anything they experience, it will remain like a magnet. It will magnet in their brain. So it was to me up to today. Every of my negative experience I had in that environment, because when my mother left my father, I was a child of maybe 3 years or 2. I don't really know exactly. I grew up with my grandmother. Then later, I don't know how I came to stay with my father. A child, I was just going from one place to another. I don't know how I came to stay with my father. And my elder sister was there. But I know that every experience I got, the beating I was getting, I was sleeping in the veranda. Other people's children were going to school because I do not have mother there. I was not going to school. I will sleep in the veranda. Oh, they wait for children when if say if they close from school, come in me and they play. As they go go in the morning, I go wait for them when they come back so that me and they go play. In fact, let us talk about myself. Why I just put that area, because that the same year, 2020, I lost someone so dear to me. Someone very dear to me, which is, she was a mother. Not that I don't have a biological mother. My mother left, and you know, life was not also easy for her. And this my elder sister, I grew up to know her mother, and immediately I became a woman or a young girl, I knew her. She have been fighting for me. Fat she even still die. So she has been my, you know, God has been using her. Even when as I'm in Europe, God has used her to do a lot of things for me back home. So guys, let's not talk about myself. Why I evolved myself and my late elder sister on this issue is that year 2020. That year 2020, I will never forget it. I lost my sister early of the year. That was March. Yes, that was March, early of the year, March stroke April. I lost her. She just fell sick immediately before we rush her to the hospital. Before they would try to do one or two things, they say she died. But well, you know why I am saying all these things is because of Ada Ameh. Up to today, my sister, I know how I feel. I still feel about her loss because it's a very big part of me. I don't normally demonstrate the way I feel, but at times when that memory of her comes, I know how I feel. So Ada Ameh, she has lost a lot of siblings, 6 members of her family, and her daughter was the last one that she lost, and since then she could not able to come out from it. Last month here, Ada Ameh came out to announce to the world that she's battling with mental illness. Mental illness. Why she will have mental illness? Because depression, stress, thinking will cause those things. She has been battling a lot of loss in her brain that has make her make her in her brain sick. She has been sick, but she has been trying to manage it. You know, maybe with the love of few people around her, she's been trying to manage it. Because I remember vividly that last month where she came out to say, oh, I could not fulfill the job I supposed to do, and these people are calling out for their money and they have sued me to pay a lot of money. Then I remember the video. It was just a sad one when she was saying it. Said she will pay. Said they have sued her and she will pay. Said the money is a lot, but she will pay. He said they will not understand that she was battling with mental illness just a month ago here, and in the midst of people she just slumped and died. You know, that is why when people are around us, I know there is this particular actress, I think Empress Njamah, something like that, if I pronounce the name well. She has been so lovely towards this woman. All their videos together, she has been showing love. I don't really know. You know, not everybody that is able to overcome some of these hard situations, because our own situation was a hard one. Loneliness. A woman who was a mother became a childless. No mother, and siblings died. You know, it's not easy. I don't really know how many siblings she had. If she was having only those 6 and she has lost them and lost her daughter, my people, let's, you know, it's not, I can't. In fact, you know, at times we just need to put ourselves in people's shoes. When I heard that she died, I did not want to believe it initially. I do not want to believe it, but later I got deeply searching and I got that there are some websites that will not lie. And I got the news. I was shocked. Throughout that day, I was so, you know, I felt bad. I said, this woman is a young lady, a woman of 48 years. It's not an old woman. It's a woman that full with life. Anytime I watch her videos, the way she talk, when she acts, you know, she's full with life. But unfortunately, death just took her because situations around her that she could not carry it anymore. The load was heavy. The load of bearing a lot of debt. You know, when you are not in people's shoes, you don't know how I be. My mother that I did not even grow up with. I lost my mother. That was 2009. I heard that she died. I slumped. Not a mother I grew up with, but after knowing her as my mother, I loved her because she was a lovely mother. My mother was a lovely mother, but because situation of how she began her life could not make her to stay close to her children. But later, when she has the opportunity, when we are growing up, she came around. You know, she was a lovely mother. When I lost my mother, I was in shock. Most of the time up to today, my mother I lost is 2009. Up to today, at times when I sit and remember how calm my mother was, beautiful, So, you know, she don't want problem. My mother was a calm person, peaceful somebody. At times, you know, when you talk to her, the way she will talk, at times when I sit and I remember my mother, I begins to shed tears. Imagine someone losing 6 siblings, and these siblings are dear to her. Then, the one that will hit her the most, the daughter, only child she had. My people, it's not easy. She could not take it anymore. She could not bear it anymore. That is why you see that even in the midst of trying to say, okay, I'm overcoming, be happy, she slumped. She slumped and died. Before they rushed her to the hospital confirmed that Ada Ameh is died. That Nollywood actress who acts in Domitila 96, that blows in Domitila. She died. That famous film in Domitila, that famous film called Domitila. She was one of the people. She blew through that film. She came to limelight on that film. All of us knew her through that film. But see the life, you see the whole thing just went. It's unfortunate. It's very painful, you know, very painful. Life, you see this life, there is nothing in this life. Yes, there is nothing in this life. You know, people will be so bitter towards others. There is no need to be bitter towards anybody. When someone offends you, forgive easily, because none of us know when we will just go. If, like the Bible said it, that there is heaven and there is hellfire. And when you are living in unforgiveness, there is no way you can go to heaven. You see, nobody knows at any hour anybody can go. This Ada Ameh just shocked me. It shocked me very well. It shocked me to my bone, and I felt it. I know her is one of these famous person that I love so much, because she's real. She's real. I love those real people, not fake things. But she just died like that. It's so pity, so sad that we lost her. She's one of those old actresses that I love so much. So much. Well, the deed has been done. May our soul rest in perfect peace. We should show love to one another, people around us. We should not mock people. We should not laugh people because of the situation they are or they find. Nobody, a lot of people you see in hard situation, none of them pray that for themselves, but they find themselves in it. Not anybody which anything of such that you just lost family members, they begin to die like chicken. Come on for that finish now. The person only picking when he gets. It's not easy. Who can bear it? She even tried. She tried, eh? She even tried. She has been battering it. This woman has been battering with this pain. You know, this brain. She has been battering it. She's been trying, you know, to overcome it, but unfortunately she could not. So my people, I just say, let me, you know, discuss with you guys about this woman, to say, may her soul rest in peace. May her soul rest in peace. Ada Ameh, may your soul rest in peace. You are such a wonderful person, natural, and you know, those truthful people, truthful person, and art free, very free and very easy person. May your soul rest in peace. May you find peace in death. May you find peace. May your soul rest in peace. Guys, I will leave you all here. See you guys in my next video. We should stay close to God. We should stay close to God. This woman, she has been doing a lot of checkup. Doctors has been working on her. I think so as well, because she said she has been going through a lot of treatment, all those things. So, but unfortunately, this one of the reasons why we should do a lot of checkup also, because many reasons. I know she has been battling with some mental illness. Many reasons also can also cause someone to slump and died. Yes, we should do a lot of checkup. Africans, we are not used to go for checkup, taking care of ourselves. We should do. I was also guilty of it, but I stopped that. I do a lot of checkup nowadays, because when someone, especially when you have passed the age, you have come to the age of 40 or you have crossed 40, you have to carry on checkup a lot, because a lot of things begins to, you know, a lot of things begins to begins to come out when the age is going. We should do a lot of checkup, a lot of control on our bodies, and at the same time we should stay close to God. Medical is good, and with prayer backing it up, you know, God can sustain a lot of us. So guys, I feel emotion, pain, you know, for what she passed through, for the for the little I know about death. I know what that woman has passed through. I don't wish anyone, even for the little, the death of my mother and that of my second mother, which is my elder sister, and even my grandmother, who I grew up to know as mother before knowing my real mother, have lost these three people. No, these two figures, which is my grandmother and my elder sister, I knew as mother. Then my biological mother, which later I knew and I loved her as well. I've lost them, and I know it's heavy. Even my grandmother, who grows me up, she died at the age of 105. But my real biological mother died very young. My real biological mother, the time she died at the age of 50. Yes, at the age of 50 when she died. So she died very young. So it's not easy. For my grandmother, we did not really finish, because for my grandmother, I went to Nigeria, we celebrated it. In fact, first time for me to see I want to see the corpse, my grandmother's own, they brought it from, because I said I want to see my grandmother to really know, because even some days before she died, I talked to her, my grandmother. I talked to her before she died, but unfortunately I love her. But it was the first time for me to touch someone that is dead, was my late grandmother. I went there before they would take her from the mortuary. As they brought her, she was inside the corpse. They opened it, because that was my request, that I want to see her. I see her and I touch her, because I know her to be my mother, my grandmother. I was telling her that, Mama, this is where you are. So you are here. But you know, she was already stiff, frozen for some months before we buried her. Anyway guys, let's forget the old thing. Ada Ameh makes me to remember and, you know, remind me these things, that there are a lot of people passing through a lot of things. You have not faced those area of life does not mean that those people who have passed through it, when they are saying when you pass through that area, people that you love, you begin to lose them. It has a lot of weight, because it will be like something is going out of you each time you lost them. Something is going out, emptiness. So Ada Ameh death was just, I really felt it. It takes me back. When she died, this her death takes me back. It takes me back. So guys, I will leave you all here. See you guys in my next video. Please share the videos, subscribe and like. Leave your opinion in the comments section. Guys, polygamy is not good, because I felt it on me. See you guys. Bye bye.